Hello. Welcome back to another Life of Rally podcast with me, Jamie.
Me, Michael. We need to start again because Dad's laughing.
It's the... No, keep that in. Keep that in.
I broke him already.
And me, Dad. I apologise for my son's intro. I really do. Hello.
It's funny. Because actually, speaking of which, I was watching the outtakes of for our beat where it took us, where we had a full video of like 35 minutes of Dad just keep laughing and us two getting more
When you
annoyed.
do it, it was like when he used to go, "Ah, yeah, I'm fucking soon."
It's like one of them, right? You see
Do
me
you talk normally? You're from Middlesbrough, for fuck's sake.
I know,
All right, lads. Hello.
That's the funny thing, though, is putting a voice on is the funny bit, isn't it? It's on purposely meant to be funny. But there was one of the outtakes where I go, hello, and Dad laughs, and I just stand up going, fucking done, and then I walk off because it's like the 17th time I've tried, and then I just give up and done a normal one.
Yeah,
Just
you've
Dad
got
put it all
you.
together.
For me, that was the best. Was the outtakes. The outtakes to the intro and the ending. Oh God, he's been in Wally sometimes, honestly.
We can't do that anymore. So
Right,
It's
let's
my
go.
one-liners, actually. It's my one-liners. Like, one of them is where you two both go down, and I'm still stood up, and I go, Michael, do you want to do the fucking intro? Because I'm still annoyed.
Hello, no, I said, hello, I'm Michael. No,
I've
I'm
done
not.
that multiple times. I've
It
done
was
it
you?
multiple times.
Yeah.
I even done it on our normal podcast that we do. I've done it. I went, I'm Mike, and then Mike went, are you? And I was like, no, I'm not.
But what made it was when you said, I'm Michael, it was the look Michael give you. I just fucking doubled over.
I went, I'm Michael. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, sorry, peeps. Sorry. Right, we'll
Anyway.
get serious in a minute.
So,
Camera's doing my head in.
some say our dad is that old. He played chess with Caesar.
No, you come up with something better than that.
You
I
come
can't
up with
do
something
I was the
better.
one who put the nail in.
You what?
I was the one who put the nail in.
I get what he means. I get that reference. Anyway, moving on. Tonight we're going to talk about. I've got some of the adverts in my head already. I've got some funny adverts slash humour of how stupid the British can be. Pretty much as in, if you tell us we can't, we're like, no, I think we can. It's like,
We'll fucking do it anyway.
even in war times when people were coming up with all these great ideas to win the war, we were thinking of stupid ideas. They're going, I wonder what we could do with this. Pretty much how the British mentality works. So get us started. I'm gonna go with one of my favorite adverts is probably the Tango advert, where that man's painted in orange and it's the way he's running about when it's sped up and he's just running about and he fucking double slaps him. It's the noise. It's when he hits him and
Hold
the
on,
noise.
hold on. Insert Tango advert now.
Hello, Tony. I think we might use a video replay here.
Super, Ralph. Let's do that.
Oh, yes, we could be in for a quintessential tango taste sensation here. Why, yes, Tony, let's look again.
Yes, Ralph. The big orange fella run in from the left, and he gives him a good old slapping.
It just illustrates the bite and buzz of real oranges in tango.
Yes, Ralph. Super taste sensation, smashing drink, lovely.
You know when you've been tangoed.
He just runs over and goes. It's the fucking.
They had to ban it. Yeah, because kids were actually doing that, so they had to ban it to take it off. But there was another Tango advert, and there's this big, and he's built like an armoured car, but he's got no legs. He's got a quilt on, a kilt on, big blue afro, and he's orange, and he's bouncing around, screaming and making all sorts of noises, right? And he comes up to the bus stop, and he just looks at the lad and goes, "Morning." The way he said, "Morning." But he's running up, making like screaming and all this stuff. He just gets up to his face. Morning. And runs off.
Morning. Is that where you go from,
And then next
Jamie?
time you see him at the end of the advert, he's got a foot in his mouth because he's handling his body parts. That's the other one. Have a look for that one.
I swear, some of the adverts, you just think, right? Because you look at other countries. So let's say like America, right? Their adverts are very like the borderline mini films, right? The very
And it's all
grab
double
your
concentration.
right? The very grab your attention and, you know, very well produced. Ours is how much can we grab people's attention by taking the piss and looking weird? It's pretty much the stupid. There's a very much sell this product and it looks amazing. You want to buy it. It's the best of the best. Ours is, I've got a great idea, lads. I thought of it down the pub last night. Our last right. It's stupid, but I think it's gonna work.
Well, that's how you remember them, don't you? Because they're attention grabbers. It's like the Hamlet advert. He's in the phone booth. He's got a comb over, and he's trying to get his photograph taken. He bends down and it flashes. The seat falls down and it flashes, right? And he's doing all this, and he's sat there, and he's just looking, and nothing's happening. And he's looking, and he does that, and takes the flash, and in the end, his seat falls down. You just see a light, a match being struck, and the smoke. And happiness is a car called Hamlet smoking a fucking cigar. See adverts like that.
I don't remember that.
Grabs your attention. You've got to see it. Oh, you have a look. The Hamlet cigar. You can go on YouTube.
I'm going to insert
put down adverts from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar.
Hey, man.
Saying
Well,
that,
and
though,
it was funny as fuck.
there's one thing that the British are good at. We're good at jingles. Like, we always, like, everyone knows jingles, right? We always make a song where you remember it. So, like, if you're from our end, you know, from the borough, there's no way you can listen to Tina Turner without screaming South Cleveland garages in between the chorus.
Yeah.
Even if, right, let's just say you go to a nightclub in Borough, right? You'll have hundreds and hundreds of people in there, right? Absolutely shit-faced, right? I guarantee it, that one moment where that song where she goes, "You're simply the best," as soon as she says that, the whole bloody nightclub in unison will shout South Cleveland garages. And
Hey,
the funny
have you-
thing is, right, I said it with Jilly, because obviously Jilly's not from Borough, and she was like, "What?" And then it done, and I was like, "South," and I think we were in a pub down in Dallow, and I felt like I was the only one doing it, and I was South Cleveland garages, and everyone just
Because
looked,
that
I'm
was
like,
their advert, wasn't it, off Cargafleet Lane?
Yeah.
Fleet Lane.
they all looked at me, and I'm like, "You just don't understand." And
You're
then
from Darlow.
I was like, "You
Have
just
have you
don't
heard
get
what
it."
other advert they brought out? I haven't heard it for years. You remember the budget windows one?
Yeah.
I literally heard it the other day on the radio.
I
I was like,
remember-
whoa.
Bloody
I remember-
don't know.
I remember chats with windows, and people sometimes get my chats with windows, back and shine, amazing windows every time.
Oh, yeah.
I
Right.
remember-
Somebody give him his medication. He's lost it. No, Budget Windows was the best one.
Budget
I think his- nah.
windows.
I think Hayes Travels had a banger.
No, I
it's
still
the
say
noise.
the
No,
best
it's the
one.
noise. Because it
You were
goes, Hayes Travel, nobody offers you more, and he just goes, ooh, wee.
I thought it was stupid. That. But the advert we were talking about before we started doing this was the Carla Black Label one with the Dam Busters. That just is fucking out of this world. You've got to insert that one on here as well.
For a backstory, and everyone should know if it comes to the war, obviously everyone knows the Dam Busters, where the British thought of a great idea to blow up a dam. Instead of just bombing it, we're like, up. Remember when we were kids and they were like, right, where you going with this? You skim stones. We like skim a bomb on top of the water. It's going to hit the dam and it's going to sink. Everyone probably else in the world thought, are you fucking stupid? What did the British do? Pour a load of money into it, gun. It's going to work, this, lads.
That was
Crack an
Barnes
idea.
Wallace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Barnes Wallace that invented it.
So, obviously, the Dam Busters skimmed a bomb on top of the water and blew up the dam. Well, Carlin thought the next best thing is to
Yeah, I know.
stick a German soldier at the dam, and he was a keeper and he was saving the bomb.
No, what had happened is he saw the planes coming. He saw the aeroplanes coming, and the first bouncing bomb went over the top. So he takes his helmet off and his jacket. He puts a pair of gloves on. And these bombs are bouncing across, and he's saving them like he's in a goalkeeper, knocking him out of the way. And in the end, the pilot's looking at each other. Takes his mask off and he goes, "I bet he drinks Carling Black Label." That was...
Carling Black Label.
Your best bet for a fuller flavour.
Carling Black Label.
The way he was saving them, the little crowd on the dam.
It's when he catches it in his chest and the
Yeah, he catches
him. He just fucking owns it.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
I don't remember
What's
many
it?
adverts, mate, because I don't really pay
Oh, you're
attention.
joking. I remember the.
Oh,
I
there's some
think
good ones.
the Milky Way one was out before I was born, but everyone knows that song.
Red car and a blue car had a race. That one.
I know it was. I hated that advert. I didn't like that.
Nah.
I always took the piss out of that one and made my own words up.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
What?
If you make
I tell you what, something it's like let's all staple a vicar. Michael knows that one. You make your own words up, it's better.
then I think
So he's off, he's gone.
I think one of the probably one of the most British humour thing for me is probably we're very good at comedic films because everyone
Comedy
thinks,
films.
yeah, everyone thinks, oh, you know, and everyone takes piss out of everyone else. Now, there's no one better at taking a piss out of the British than us.
Than the British, yeah.
We are really. It's if it was like what made you the strongest country in the world, we'd be like Roman Empire because we would go all out to take the piss out of ourselves. And it's because we're so stereotypical British. Like the rest of the world tries to stereotype us. The reason why it upsets us is because they're right. They always take the piss out of us about drinking tea. They're not wrong. We fucking love tea.
Yeah.
But it's
we take the piss out of ourselves. We're quite good at it because we know what we're like. I mean, we do things and say things like something could happen. And I'll guarantee you, right? I know to some people it might be wrong or blah, blah, blah. Something will happen. And I'll guarantee you, somewhere in Britain, someone's laughing. Like him throw potatoes and the fire extinguisher. It's a long story, people. We'll get round to it.
So, we are very well known as in we will laugh about anything. Like if it's a bad thing, we'll give it like maybe 15 minutes and then we're off. But
as quick as well, that's a bit late. It's about 15 seconds.
It's like we're just very good at taking the piss out of everything and anything.
It's like my son Michael here, right? We run about the space shuttle not so long back.
See previous
once those solid. See, well, I'm not good. Once the solid rocket boosters are lit, they can't be put out. So Michael says, "Yeah, but there's a bloke running up, Englishman running up with a fucking fire extinguisher. I'll put it out."
That was me.
No, it wasn't.
It was him. It was Michael.
Oh no, I said they'd light it with a match if it didn't start.
Light it with a
wouldn't
match, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
It's not
we'll get
bad.
it going in a minute.
What was the other one? Was the other one the Spanish? Was it Spanish?
Spanish Armada.
Yeah.
They got because they got wrecked. They got absolutely hammered in the English Channel, and they had to go all the way around the British Isles, past the coast of Ireland, and they got wrecked by a storm outside the coast of Ireland.
It wasn't
Like I
a
said,
storm.
no, it wasn't. It was all the Irishmen throwing tatties at them.
Yeah.
Bugs, potatoes. Sorry for Americans.
The
Throwing
ship-
potatoes at them.
The ship's got tatty damage.
Tatty damage. We call them tatties or spuds.
Get the cannons. Get the cannons to turn up with spud shooters.
Yeah, we got no cannonballs. I put a spud in it.
Plenty of them.
Well, that's what we're like. We can see the funny side of something,
It's like the most
and it's got us into a lot of trouble.
to me, the most British thing I've heard. Well, it's not the most British thing I've heard, actually. It's like I was saying it to Jelly earlier on. It's on Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they're at the castle and they're obviously going on this quest. And they're talking to a Frenchman, and he goes, "We're on the quest for the Holy Grail," and it's just the response is the most British thing. We've already got one.
We've already got one. What? He said we've already got one.
And then they start catapulting stuff, and then a fucking cow just appears. Fucking catapult a cow at them, like it's the moo. It's a moo. Is it fucking?
And you all go run away, and one of the squires gets washed.
So Robin ran away. No, I never. They're fucking running
Hey, that's
behind them with
salt.
coconuts. They're fucking running behind them all with coconuts, pretending they're on horses.
If you ever get the chance to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you've got to listen to the Sir Robin song. That's one of the best songs in that film ever. That
Isn't that by
It's the
Marillion?
It's the Black Knight, isn't it?
It was Marillion, yeah.
Where he chops his leg off. I've chopped your leg off. No, it's just a scratch.
just a scratch. Yeah, it's a flesh
Back
wound.
off. It's when he chops his arms and legs off and he goes, "Come back, I'll bite your bloody kneecaps off."
Okay, we'll call that a draw.
We'll call it a draw.
He got no limbs. We'll call
Well,
it.
that's
draw.
it. I mean, when the Holy Grail came out, and obviously The Life of Brian, which was the better of the two, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Your fucking band bad at church, even the Pope was kicking off. He said, no, it's nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It's about a bloke called Brian. You knew it wasn't. You knew they were taking a fucking piss. No, it's about someone called Brian.
It's when they look at stuff like that and they go, "Oh, British people just being daft." Everyone in Monty Python were very intelligent men. They're all fucking went like Oxford graduates or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very intelligent. It just so happens to be really funny.
Well, there was an American with them, the little guy. When
Yeah.
he's loading it out the back. He was a Yank.
I
And
thought
he
he was
said he
Canadian.
oh, well, he was from North America and he was that part of the world.
Somewhere
Same
around
thing.
Yeah, same thing.
It was The Life of Brian. Say that is very British because it's that everyone knows that one scene where he's on about bigger stickers. It's so stupid.
Biggest stickers, yeah.
It's priceless.
He has a
it's
wife, you
because-
know.
It's because it's the actors. When the guards are trying not to laugh, that's what makes you laugh. When he goes bigger stickers and the guards go.
But the thing was, the bloke who played the guard said he really did struggle to stop laughing.
He had a
really
wife,
fucking
you
did it, yeah.
know.
She had a wife, you know.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Now piss off. Carry on. Give me a second. And welcome back. We just took a quick break. So, let's carry on. I think, do you know, the more we talk about, if there's a few of the more we got to be very careful where we go with it, because the Britons are very well known to just people, just to see how far we
Just
can get
push-
away with it. We
yeah.
just, not like we don't hit them, we just slightly nudge it bit by
Well, that
bit.
was like the Carry On films. Now, when
I
they were,
don't find them
when they were, yeah, no, when they were brought out in the 60s, obviously all films then were heavily censored. But they managed to get away with it because it was so tongue in cheek, really close to the bone.
We're very good at that, aren't we? Tongue-in-cheek stuff.
They made innuendos, but it was down to you which innuendo they were talking about.
Because they technically didn't actually say anything. It was more of, it was what they call it, self.
They were just surmising it, you know. You had to, yeah.
It's
But bloody hell, they didn't have to push the board out.
see, you have to be careful because the comedy shows we've brought up with, especially off you, it's very. like these day and age, you ain't gonna get away with it. So all I need to say is Bottom, and most people will clock on what I'm on about. Like to me, Bottom is one of the greatest things ever
Bottom?
made. Yeah, it was. Do you know what? The best, even to this day,
Well,
the
I
best
wouldn't
thing
say
I
that
like
was
about Bottom.
controversial.
No, but some of the stuff.
Like-
One of the best things I've ever seen in Bottom, and still to this day, it's the thing that amused me, is when they're sat on the bench in the intro and he keeps hitting him, and then the bus goes past and he's fucking vanished, and he's
And he's
looking for
gone.
him, and he's turning around
Where's
looking
he
for
gone?
him. It's because he just
Eddie.
keeps hitting him, and he just disappears. And then when they're sat at the window, and then it zooms out, and it's a construction site that just ended up at this window. But see, I loved Bottom because Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson was probably the best double act to ever step foot on the stage. Because when the script got ruined and they completely ruined it, they were flawless at carrying it on. They were just
No,
was
it didn't get
unbearable.
ruined. Just Eddie forgot most of his words, or so
No,
did
but
Rick.
it looked-
They were like
It looked
screwing
like
it
it
up.
was meant to happen though, didn't it? They'd done it that good. That,
Yeah.
they were that much good at improvising. It looked like it was meant to happen. But it
They were
wasn't,
both
was
very
it?
good at ad-libbing. Very, very good. I'd say out of the most, I'd say it was Rick Mail was a very good ad-libber.
Yeah.
Very,
definitely.
very good, yeah.
It's
Because they
like
started
when-
off in the Young Ones, didn't they, first? That's where they first started. Well, no, it was Filthy Rich and Cat Flap, I think it was called, when they very first got together. Them two. I know it's a weird name, but that's where they first started.
No.
Then I went on to the Young
was out
Ones.
before that.
No.
All the young ones.
No.
Really?
It was Filthy Rich and Cat Flap first, then the Young Ones, then Bottom.
Didn't know that.
The thing
Because
about Bottom,
Eddie played Vivian, the punk with the 4 stars, something glued to his head.
that was the randomest thing in it for a character. He super glued 4 stars to his forehead.
To his forehead. Well, he was a punk.
When it's when they're arguing over, I think, the bed, and he sets it on fire. He goes, "Look, none of us can have it." And he goes, "Oh no, he set it on fire." And goes, "You can have it now." I don't want it now.
I was
I
always
don't
hitting
want
him with a cricket bat. He was always picking on Neil.
When they go
The
through the
hippie.
ceiling with them in the bath and they still carry on fighting. That's where he goes,
Well, have you watched the
"Stick head
bottom,
out window." Why?
the bloopers for Bottom?
Yeah.
You got to watch them.
It was so funny because it's like where they're on about the sound effects man, because he keeps setting it off too early and the bird then comes along and he's stood looking at it and he's like, someone's getting fired. And he's
No, it was the shark fins
that was
going one way and then they were going backwards the other way. It's just-
Yeah, but it was also the fireworks as well. You
Oh,
set
they
the
were setting
fireworks off too early. 3, 2,
Oh, wait, he's hit-
1. It's already halfway up.
when he's hitting him in a hammock and he stops, but the sound effects carry on. And
Yeah, he has to keep doing it.
it's the door. Oh, not like the secret door you weren't meant to find out about until Act 2, fucking Scene 3.
Act 2, Scene 1.
Yeah, and it keeps opening. He keeps. Oh, when the front door, and he goes, "Listen here, Buster. I'm Rick fucking Mill. You're just a door because he can't close it."
Well, that one with Hooligans Island. He said, "Hang on, Richie, I'll fucking get us out of this," and he did.
You only say
He goes,
when you forgot your bastard
yeah,
lines.
but you can see it coming when he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it'll fucking work."
He starts laughing. So he goes, Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. He goes, you only say Eddie when you forgot your bastard lines.
Oh,
When somebody
Eddie.
shouted.
And then he's
Oh,
looking at
Eddie.
him. He's looking, and he's looking. Adrian Edmondson's just grinning at him like, "Yep, I'm not helping you." He's just smiling at him.
Yes, that's my name.
It's honestly, them two are absolutely flawless. I love them a bit. The live shows would I preferred over the series Bottom.
Can I just
Any-
interrupt? You know we've gone way off fucking subject.
Yeah,
Some
kind
of the daft things British were supposed to be doing was how we do some insane fucking things.
What
It was
other
supposed
stuff
to be
have we
British
invented?
adverts.
Like, what in stuff have we invented where the rest of the world thought not going to work? And we were like, right, we're just going to do it, prove a point now. Oh, that was it, the raid. What Dad was on about, the raid where we went, got
Oh,
an
same
idea.
as there with the ship.
I've got an
Oh.
idea. It might or might not work, but we'll soon find out.
They
But
had to
that's not
ask
the
the,
first
they
time
had
we've
to
done
ask
it.
the Americans for they give them a battered old knackered fucking Corvette. Because what you want it for? We're just going to ram a big dry dock gate with it.
Don't worry
That's all we're
about
going to
it.
do.
It
Put
was
four
a good
tons of
documentary, though.
4 tons of bomb in the front. But the thing was, it was that fucking stupid, and you thought, nah, it'll never work, and it did.
Yeah.
And
That's not the first time in history
they
we've done that.
disguised it as a German destroyer. They took it past, I think it was anywhere between 15 or 28 gun emplacements with searchlights. Oh yeah, we put a Nazi flag on the back. We'll give it a go.
Nothing to see here, boys. Come on, you business.
They had the Royal Marine Commandos on board, right? The commandos, and hard as fuck. They hit the gate. The Germans thought they were trying to smash the gate. Not really. How they didn't find the bomb was beyond me. But the bloke who placed the bomb placed it it had to be in the right place, and it just so happened he got it in the right place. So the bomb was on top of the gate, and there was a couple of Victoria Crosses won that day as well. And the Germans are crawling all over it 4 hours later, crawling looking for souvenirs, and the explosion was that big that a part of the ship landed on the submarine pens over a fucking mile away, landed on the roofs, blew the fucking gate. But the idea was that stupid.
No one would think
nobody thought they would never do it. But the British being British, oh yeah, fuck it, we'll try it anyway.
Right, fair enough, right? Fair enough.
Stuff like
I
that.
think it'll work, well, yeah, right?
But it was called the greatest raid of all time.
But didn't
Saying
they
that,
just...
that's not the first time we've done right. It's starting to dawn on me. We've done this before, and I'm pretty sure it was the Spanish where over a drunken night, all the admirals went, got an idea. I'm like, what? I was like, well, clearly we can't get past them, right? Because they're in the way. So they set fire to a bunch of ships and sailed at them and just watched it happen.
Yeah.
They were like,
Fire ships.
There was Spanish just stood there and looked and is that, you can imagine going, that's not. I think it is. That's a bunch of them on fire. They're coming pretty quick, aren't they? The British probably just stood on the coastline going, it's working, boys. Because it was historical fact. It was thought of. It was thought of over a drunken idea the night before. I was like, boys, got an
Well, it was like
idea.
you said earlier on about the bouncing bomb. No, it won't work. But he fucking sat and worked it out, and he knew that if he span it before he dropped it, it would hit the wall of the dam and float and roll down the because it had to be close to the dam wall. And he worked it all out, and he all said, "Nah, it won't work." But it did.
I'm starting to feel whenever we're at war, don't let a Britishman have a drink.
Exactly.
Something bad's going to happen the next day.
Didn't we do that with a dead body as well off the coast of France?
Yes.
Some forged documents.
It was to do with deed. Yeah. It was a Welshman, and they've actually put a memorial up for him now.
Have they?
Yeah, they disguised him as a British major, give him all the correct papers, everything. They took him.
We on purpose
the coast.
didn't we?
Yes, they took him off the coast of Spain, let him out of the torpedo tube of a fucking submarine. He washed up on the beach in Spain, knowing that the Spanish were going to tell the Germans anyway, and he had fake plans of the invasion for D-Day, but it was totally the wrong fucking area.
Saying that, right?
And they all fell for it.
I know it involves obviously a fire.
I forget the name, what it was called.
Right.
Operation Mincemeat, I think it was called.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, you got to feel for the fallen soldier, but you also got to think of just the British sat on the fucking coastline going, "It's working, boys. It's not. It is. Look through telescopes, going, fucking is."
They give him a. I think the Spanish give him a proper military burial and all that. And he was a homeless man. Yeah.
Saying that one of the best things.
But they have commemorated him. Yeah, they have commemorated him in Wales. Like he's got his do there now. His proper name and everything on it.
One of the best things we've done during the war, and it's I can't believe we even thought of it, is right, clearly the Germans are bombing. Fuck, how are we gonna trick them? Someone's just got a great idea. Well, how was about? Just bear with me. Don't jump. Just let me finish. Right? We make Right. And everyone's like, where are you going? Inflatables. What? Right,
Yeah.
they'll make inflatables. We'll tie them to the ground. Voila, and then Gem's like, yeah,
It
we
was
hit
for
them.
Patton.
It's a bouncy castle.
It was from Patton. They had inflatable tanks and all fucking sorts in the fields off the coast of Dover.
Have you seen the war
They put
videos of
Patton
them?
there.
The war videos of like a soldier with a balloon each just walking across the field going to tie it down. You're like,
Yeah,
bollocks.
tie the tank down. I've seen it. But for me, the best of all, the best was of all time was. Hang on a minute. You know that wooden plane we've just made? Yeah. Well, how far can it fly? Will it get to Berlin and back? Yeah. Why? What are you thinking of, like? Garen's about to give a speech in Berlin in a couple of days' time. We'll send a couple of mosquitoes over to bomb it. They fucking did.
Oh yeah, didn't they do it live and you could eat them in the
They
fucking
did it live.
background?
So they announced him and Garen. All it was pop. The fucking bombs dropping outside. You had to quickly stop us. And there was one, the same plane, and it was the Gestapo headquarters. I think it was in Holland, and they thought they could never get to it. They actually sent mosquitoes flying down the fucking street.
No, that was France.
France, down the street.
Yeah.
Fucking sent a bomb straight to the top floor.
A
You can
mosquito.
imagine a Brit. You can imagine a Brit just in his plane, just waving. Can you go? Morning.
Cup of tea in one
Don't
hand
mind
and a
me.
fucking
Yeah.
cigarette in the other.
Yeah, don't mind me, boys. Carry on your day.
With his knees fly in the aeroplane.
Screaming out the window. No,
Yeah, because it was
it's just a test.
because Herman Goering said that they would never ever bomb Berlin. Wrong. I would give it a go. He said it now. So daft we are. I will give it a go.
I think half of the attacks we've done is purely because another leader said won't do it. Oh, really? It's pretty much us just being stubborn. It's won't we?
It's like the,
Well, it's like
the automatic
during-
50 cal.
Yeah, during the
Said it-
Falklands War, when they sent them Vulcans down to bomb the fucking runway, and
Yeah.
it can't be done. Fucking done it, because then it was the longest bombing raid in history.
What was it
I
like?
think
Only
it's
just
3,000
made it,
miles?
didn't it?
Yeah,
Didn't
I
only
think it's
just
been
made it.
Yeah, I think it's been beaten now, but I think they used about 15, 20 odd fucking refuels because you had to fly down to the essential islands and get refueled. And he said, "Well, they didn't do that. Well, we hit the fucking runway. They got a bomb in the middle,
Mission
Just
accomplished.
imagine
but they
them.
got it."
You can
But
imagine them in the Vulcan, they fucking drop the bomb and quickly turn the steering wheel, quickly fucking stick the handbrake on it, fucking air brakes just quickly. Air brakes, and you turn it.
Can you imagine the pilots in the mess and thinking, "Who fucking thought of this? It's some crackpots on Edshed."
Didn't they use bike parts and ashtrays and stuff?
No, one of the parts that they needed, it was the sticking out the front of the Vulcan is the pipe that refuel it with.
Yeah.
Well, the metal bit at the end was being used as an ashtray in the mess because the Vulcans were going out. They were getting rid of them then. And he walked in the mess, picked it up, threw the fucking fags all over the place. Where you going? We need it. So
Yeah.
it was,
I'll bring it back.
but there was all the navigation and that was like done with bike gears and bike chains, and they're using fucking bike chains to get it to work again. And we'll bring it straight back.
Fucking bring it back, I promise. I was fucking using that.
Tip the fags all over the
It's like
place.
with the Blitz, right? The Blitz, it was so good how we thought of like defending ourselves against. We all sat there thinking, right, we need air defense, we need this, and you can just imagine someone at the back half hammered just going, "Oh, just turn the fucking lights off." It's like everyone just looking at him and going, "Actually,
We'd always guaranteed it's some Brit that's pissed in the back of a pub comes up with a silly idea, and
Yeah.
you think, "Hey, that'll work."
just turn the fucking lights off." Saves my
Well,
lucky bill.
Well, we're daft enough, but the British are daft enough to do it.
Well, it worked.
We'll give it a go. We'll try that.
Might
If it
not
doesn't work, it
it's
doesn't work.
okay. If it doesn't work, we know not to do it. It's fine.
Well,
And
look
then
what
I bet you.
Go
Sorry.
on. No, sorry, go
I
on.
bet you half of the ideas we pulled off the Brits went, fuck. I bet you we were more shocked than anyone else. Like, hey,
Yeah.
boys, it worked.
Look-
Hey,
look-
boys, it fucking worked.
Look what they did
Should
up
we do it
here.
again? No, let's not tempt fate. Let's not tempt fate. Let's not try again.
Look what they did
What
up
was
here.
that, man?
Look what they did up here on Aston Hills.
We put all the lampposts
Yeah.
on a hill. And chance, we're bombing. In,
No,
Kent."
it wasn't on top of Esnels. It was inside. It was somewhere down there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the Germans ended up bombing a model village basically 9 times
Yeah,
out of 10.
it was just a hill. They're like, oh, we're getting this big plant. No, they've just turned the plant lights off and put them on a hill. You'd bomb and fuck
Yeah,
out
that's all it
wouldn't
was.
See, but that's it. Though, like everyone's always thinking, like in wars and stuff. It's like they all have to come up with these big strategy plans. Britain's thinking the most simplest of stupid shit.
But the thing is, they have some of the ideas. You think, no, it's fucking insane. That nobody else would think of because it's too stupid. But sometimes I would say simplicity is a sign of a genius.
Yeah.
A simple little thing will work, and it's
Well,
worked. Don't get us wrong. We've had a few bloody noses, but we get there.
It's like when obviously Nelson had a fisticuffs with Napoleon of Waterloo. What they do? Just let them get mudded in. He was just going to stand. Sorry, Wellington. Sorry. He was sat there and he's like, obviously Napoleon dropping cannons and shit. You know, like destroying them. What does Wellington do? Nah, they're gonna get ruined in the mud. He literally sat there and just let him unfold himself. He pretty much didn't do anything.
It was like the Battle of Trafalgar. When Nelson was in Trafalgar, ships in them days would just line up. It's called the Battle of the Land. They'd line up against each other and blow the shit. And Nelson thought, nah, I'm not fucking doing that. I'll just go straight for him. And he put his 2 lines and he cut them in 2, didn't he?
Yep.
And he blew it in the fucking bitch. Yeah. Went straight head on.
Spaniards sat the ship going, and the British ship just goes past in front of them. Like, is that fucking his boys?
It was the HMS Victory, wasn't it? That's what he was on. And he totally just told him, I'm going to try something new. And he hadn't a clue if it was going to work or not. I'll just try it.
I took a wrong turn, sorry.
I was supposed to go that way.
It's okay.
Was it HMS Victory, the flagship?
Yeah. That's what he died on, Victory.
Okay.
Boys, take a left. What? Take a left?
But instead of because the Spanish had already lined up expecting the British to do the same and blow each other up side by side.
Yeah.
But he just went, no, I'm going to try something totally different. He did it that day. And he just cut the line clip, went straight through with 2 lines of ships, straight through the middle, cut them up in 3. 1 in the middle, 2 either side. Because the weakest part of the ships in them days, was the front and the bow and the stern. And he just blew the shit out of the Spanish flagship, because blew all the stern to bits. Cut him in hell. But the ones at the front couldn't turn around and come back, because then they didn't know how to go out sail into the wind like the Brits did.
I can't find reverse. I can't where the fuck reverse.
I bet you they were least expecting it. Fucking Nelson just on like a camping chair with his feet up on the deck, just going, "Hey boys," and we're like, "What the fuck? What are you doing?"
What's he doing?
Got his cup like that.
Accident. The wind changed. I'm not meant to be here.
The wind changed.
But it seems while I'm here, I'm just going to blow the front off your ship. Yeah, no bother, mate. Yep.
Well, that was the same with the Spanish Armada when Sir Walter Raleigh saw them coming down the English Channel. He was playing balls. Oh, fuck it, they'll wait. And he just left them. Cool as a fucking cucumber.
Did he leave him to the Irish?
Throwing spuds at him.
We're coming to attack you. Nah, let me finish my game first. I'll be with you in a second.
Just imagine,
you
can just imagine all the Spanish on the fucking ships going past Ireland.
Fucking Guinness randomly appears in midair.
He's just been knocked out by a
tea. He didn't destroy many. It was the weather that got him. But it was the idea of that. Fuck it. No, I'll finish my game.
It wasn't the weather. It was the Irish.
Where's so
tatey cannons?
4 mash gets smashed.
Sometimes you gotta wonder. We purely were as strong as we were at one point by pure luck.
I tell you what,
that's all it was.
Pure luck.
For a small country, that's surrounded by water, very vulnerable. We've not been beaten in just under 1,000 years.
1,000.
Do you know why? And I've literally pinpointed the reason why.
Why?
Because we're that insane to stand on the coast and dare people, and then it creeps them out. Because they're like, well, they're tiny. They've got no defense. They must be hiding something. They're like, come on, give it a go.
When Hitler was looking at Britain through his binos once Dunkirk was over, all the Brits stood at the White Cliffs of Dover flashing their fucking asses at him.
Why haven't we attacked?
But no, we're not vulnerable. Actually, Britain is very strategically placed.
Yeah, but technically, if you look at it,
it's hard to fucking invade. Like,
yeah, but technically, if you look at it, we're vulnerable from all sides because we're surrounded by water.
Yeah, but we're mad enough to
but that's a
stand on
good
the
thing
edge
in a
and
way.
dare people to do it. That's what creeps them out.
Yeah.
Why they're daring us. What if they got stashed? Like, come on, we'll put the kettle on. Come on,
well, don't forget, right? We've been playing at the art of war. Europe and Britain especially been fighting each other for nigh on 1,000 years. We're quite fucking good at it.
Yeah.
It's just that the Brits, we're more sneaky.
We've got a little bit of experience.
We are very fucking sneaky.
I think what it is I think we got pretty much in.
I can't hear you, Jamie, because Dad's laughing. You have to say it again.
Back in the medieval times when we were getting invaded left, right, and centre, I think once it all
No,
stopped.
we didn't.
No, wait there. I think Britain just went, wait a minute. This is a bit of our turn, and I think we went a bit far. But I mean, we were like, can we have a go now, please?
Oh, you see, that's what it is with history. You got it wrong again. It wasn't the last time we were invaded was by William the Bastard, as he was known, and he was from Normandy, yeah, and that was over 1,000 years ago. The medieval days, son. We were doing the invading.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But I think we just got sick of it. We're like, well, we want to go, and then like I bet you someone at some point just went to Britain and probably like went to the king or something. Went, I think you want trying to calm it down. Yeah, you got a point actually. Sorry.
Don't fuck with the Brits. Well, it was the English then, wasn't it?
Yeah. We're such stupid. You can't give a Brit an idea because once the idea's in his head, he's gonna give it a go.
Daft enough to give it a go.
It's like when obviously we were, like the Battle of Britain, probably one of the most best things we've ever done. I can't ever watch a show about it and not feel such pride. Like,
yeah,
the men, we were so outnumbered, and the men just looked at the Germans, and went, "Fuck it." Like, what do you mean?
The thing was, right?
I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, I've gotten out against the Battle of Britain. The RAF did a grand job, right? I mean, you can't knock the lads for it. Don't get me wrong. The German Air Force had to either get rid of or get air superiority over the RAF to do the invasion. Now, if they'd have done that, Hitler still couldn't have invaded. Nope. He forgot one crucial thing.
The
North Atlantic Fleet was only berthed up at Scarborough Floor. They had fuck all then. They would have had a field day with those barges.
Imagine that.
Their planes might have bombed the shit out of them, but the RAF, the Royal Navy, would just fuck it. A battleship against a barge, who's going to win?
Oh no, I'd feel for the Germans though.
But don't get me wrong, people. Like I say, the RAF, absolutely fantastic. Battle of Britain, can't knock them for it.
One of the proudest moments of a Brit, because they literally went head on against all odds and like, you're not touching this.
Weren't they outnumbered like 3-1?
Oh, yeah. Even more. I think it was pretty much. It was, but that'd be. I'd feel for them.
But we had home advantage because their fighters could only stay anywhere between 10-15 minutes over England before they had to go back.
Yeah. Wasn't like half an hour.
Yeah, well, we had home advantage. Our airfields were closer.
Yeah.
So we basically had home advantage.
I'd feel sorry for the Germans. They'd finally beat the RAF, like, oh, that's done. And then they just sat there, just taking in a victory. And then you just see around the corner the Navy going, "Is that me, boys?"
Can you imagine? Can you imagine all those barges he was converting into troop carriers to bring them over here? Can you imagine what would have happened to those if battleship, just one, had sailed down the English Channel?
I'd have been wiped out.
Sergeant, yes, Captain. When was the last time we had fire training? About a month ago, Sergeant. Tell the boys get ready.
We would have had to do that. I mean, the likes of the Hood or the Prince of Wales or even the King George. I mean, the wake of it alone had sank him.
Yeah.
He was using canal. He didn't have landing craft. He was using canal barges.
He was using fucking canal barges.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted a Navy man to shout the line off bottom, where obviously he shouts "fire at will," and he goes, "Which one's Will? Do you know this?"
You know Will is? Which one's Will?
It's like, if you see it though, you can go on YouTube and watch some of the army lads. They'll be in the middle of like a firefight or the battle, and you can tell they're from Britain. So like let's take the Afghan war, and obviously most of them wore GoPros because there's a lot of footage of it, and they'll be getting fired and you can hear the bullets whizzing past, and they're not like talking as in, right, boys, do this. It's proper British language. Oh, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? You daft babe, you're fucking this and you're having you could just, and then the lads going, yeah, my bad. It's like proper Brits. We're not trying to like get each other through. We're using anger at each other, going, you're being an idiot for. What do you mean that?
What you mean a prick for?
One of them, I think it was the Ross Kemp one, you know, when he'd done the show and he was over there. He was shocked because one of they're getting fired at, and I mean, the bullets are bouncing off the wall they're at. And one of the British lads just telling him, we've got a light. He's got a fag in his mouth. He's getting shot at. And Ross Kemp went, and he said, is like, in that moment, he was like, I didn't know how to feel. He was like, we're getting shot at. And he went, we got a light. And then he didn't. So he crawled down the wall to his mate and he's lighting up. Like, what the fuck?
Where are we going to die? Have a smoke? Fuck it.
They were absolutely insane. It's. But I think that's where the British mentality has got us through a lot. It has, because you stick a Brit in the middle of the worst situation, at some point he's still going to find the chance to have a laugh or just be himself. You have
Cool,
a bullet flying over your head and you just want to fag. Mate, you nearly dead. Yeah, give me a minute.
Either a cup of tea or a smoke. Yeah, you got a cup of tea or a smoke.
Or if you're that mosquito, pilot going down the streets of France, he's got both.
He fucking has. He's got his feet
Flying
up
with his knees.
Feet up, hasn't
He actually said he could see the gutters. He was flying level with the
Didn't he come back with something?
I bet he was rolling the fag while flying with his
No,
knees.
when he came back, and he landed at the airfield, there was actually telegraph wires around the fucking tail of his plane. That's how low he was.
Some of them flew. Didn't some of them fly that low that they brought fucking trees and that half of trees back?
Oh yeah, trees that were planted in England. But one of them, right? There was the raid that they did on that prison where a load of French resistance were being held. And they were flying that low, right, that when they dropped the bombs, they skidded in the snow and hit the wall. They didn't blow it, they skidded in the snow and hit the wall.
You can imagine him hitting a tree, can't you, and ask him what was that noise? Anyone
Yeah.
need that? Like out of a tree.
He comes back, he's got a fucking tree cutter on the back of the plane. Where did he come from? I was chopping tree down.
I definitely just did something.
He's literally got a tree surgeon strapped to the back of his
tree surgeon on the back of his plane.
Yeah, he's got his number on. Call this surgeon.
It's all right, mate. The next raid will drop you back off.
Yeah, but if you look at some of like the RAF in the war, and when they used to write messages on the side of the bombs going like "Happy Easter from Britain" or stuff.
like they were going to see it.
I think one of them had like Hitler, this is for you from so and so, and they used to write messages going like, what's the point? And it's just because of the humour. They used to write all types of shit on it.
Well, like you say, the RAF pilots or the Mosquito pilots were that fucking crazy. The Luftwaffe actually called them bandits of the air. They fucking hated them.
Foaming at the mouth, going head on head.
You used to wait till the German night fighters were landing and just come out of the sky and Fritz, have a bit of that. And fuck off again.
Fucking shouting boo over the radio.
I mean, how many people, how many countries would put a 6-pound cannon on a wooden fucking airplane?
Just one.
Only the Brits. We've done that.
No one else would think of it.
One of them actually opened fire on a submarine with it and fucking destroyed it. This is a field gun, a 6-pound field gun. Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's fit on a Mosquito. And they got it to work.
Just.
But you saw the recoil, didn't you, Michael, when they were testing it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You
had the Mozzie on the floor strapped up, and they were testing this field gun, and it literally knocked it back about 6 foot.
Insert
That was the recoil. The recoil of the plane. That's what the gun was doing to the plane.
Insert
So
clip.
you can imagine flying.
No, I wouldn't. Go on, Michael.
Insert clip.
Michael. Oh, right.
You're going to put the Mozzie clip on?
No, I'm going to put it at the end.
I think, like, but it's not also just what it's like shows take the piss. So, like, one of mine is what I call Mam. I call it keeping up appearances. And Britain is very like that. Her name's Mrs. Bucket, but she pronounces it's Mrs. Bouquet. It's not. People think, oh, she's just stuck up. You will be surprised how many Brits are like that.
Yeah.
They're generally like that. They always have to be one with the neighbours. And I always say to Mum, I call Mum keeping up appearances. Because she has and then we've perfected the art of phone voices. So we can be talking to each other, giving it F and this, and like making a nun cry. As soon as you pick up the phone, watch a British person's voice change.
All right.
The man doesn't. It's mainly British women.
Man does.
So's the same.
Mum,
But mine doesn't.
Mum's like, Jamie, will you shut up? And then it's like, hello. I'm like, hey, talk properly. Show them who you really are.
I don't like some of the words she pronounces, like Facebook.
Oh, I hate when she says.
Oh no, she's never ever said book.
You moron.
It's book.
I laugh because she can't say chimney. She says chimney, and it fucking has me in
It's chimney.
She
Your mum says chimley.
She said the other day, can you get me the yammer? What the fuck's a yammer?
Yeah.
Don't you mean hammer?
This is taking the piss out. This is definitely getting edited out, isn't it?
No, it's not. I'm not really, I say it to her. It's fine. We have. That's why I can't get angry at other people generally, like stereotyping us, because they're not wrong. No. They are spot on. Because
in other countries.
Because they have, the funny thing is they're taking the piss out of stereotypes, but little did they know we made those stereotypes. We did it.
The only thing I disagree with, the only thing I disagree with it's mainly America. They think we've got two accents, and that really pisses me off.
We all speak like Southerners. Yeah. That's what they think.
We're either Londoners or we're posh. And that really annoys me.
There's more accents per square mile in this country than there is in any other any country in the world. There's more accents per mile.
But it's like us, right? So if you think about it, in the northeast, right, you drive 40 minutes up the road. Let's say in Newcastle, 40 minutes, right?
No, and closer than that. 10 minutes. Hartlepool's accent's totally different.
Oh, Dad, we don't talk about.
No, I said Hartlepool.
It's not a place.
Please tell me what is wrong with Hartlepool. I said I mentioned an accent, not the nickname.
There's a road leading into it.
Right. So we say curry. They say Kerry.
Like an E. Like
Kerry. Yeah. I'm going for a Kerry. And that's only 10 minutes. You're saying like 40 minutes down the road to Newcastle, but it's even closer than that.
Do you know what, right? And I think that's what, right, speaking of everyone think we have the same accents, I think we need to put this out there. Anyone from down south? We don't all sound like Geordies. You might think we do, but we don't. We can tell the difference very easily. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Please.
You only mocking us because you all generally do sound the same.
Yeah, they do.
Well, that's
unless you're from the Midlands and you don't count. But still. saying that, that's another thing. So there's this Canadian that me and Jilly met, and she loved me and Jilly. She thought we were absolutely priceless. Because the funny thing is, we met her in a dungeon, which is the most weirdest thing. But you could only ever meet a British friend somewhere stupid, right? And we sat there, me and Jilly were giving her like etiquette. Much out to say, I went. One of the best phrases you'll ever need to learn in Britain, I went, is you're chatting shit. What? I went, is you chatting shit?
It's not you chatting shit, it's you talking shit. You speak English.
Nah, I speak proper chav.
No, I'm sorry, people, I'm gonna interrupt this. Jamie's got it totally wrong. Right? We don't say you're chatting shit.
No,
it's you talking shit.
No. His generation say you're chatting shit.
Well, no, I've never heard it. I swear to God, honest, my first time, I have never heard that saying until he's just said it. Everybody I know, even lads your age who I talk to when I'm at work, have all said, you're talking shit. I have never, ever heard of that saying, you're chatting shit. I'm sorry, but I haven't. That's why.
My personal favourite, go forth and multiply. Oh, not many people get that one. I love that one.
Just say go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but if you're trying to do it sneaky, like, go forth and multiply, and like, well, you're like, I know what it means, you don't.
Go forth and multiply and check your movements.
We've got some stupid names, honestly, what we call people. I bet the rest of the world going out there even. I bet
Plank's
most of the world think we. Yeah, plank.
What the fuck is a plank? What is a plank? What is a plank?
It's an idiot.
No wonder people that piss.
Oh, you fucking plank.
No wonder.
See, that's
the world think we're not speaking English.
The thing is, people, if you're from another country, is in Britain we can use any word whatsoever as an insult or to have a laugh.
It's a skill.
Like you say, I could say to Michael, I shouldn't be fucking teapot. You know what I mean? Like,
you're gonna laugh. It's so stupid. You're gonna laugh.
But that plank is a good one.
I'd rather be a teapot than a spoon.
Or a spanner.
Spanner, I love spanner. Spanner's a priceless one. Fucking spanner. People like, but that's a tool. Exactly, because you're a fucking tool.
Yeah, I can't think of a word that we haven't used as an insult. Well, not an insult, like to have a laugh with.
To basically call someone an idiot.
Like an head the ball. I fucking
head the ball.
You can literally use anything, and then people are like, "Oh, there's no way they can use this as an insult." Give us 5 minutes to think of a sentence. We're gonna get one.
Like when
someone from Britain can.
When me and Christopher used to argue over the phone, or as a daft laugh if he got bored at work or something, and we'd insult each other, and then one day I just came out with crunch muncher, and I was like, "What the fuck?" We just literally burst out laughing. What the fuck is a crunch muncher?
See, the thing is with British as well, it's like, I think everywhere around the world they'll probably do it. When you start insulting each other, and obviously it's all fun and games. Never do it with the Brit. To us, because it's a game, we have to win. We get a bit too personal. We will keep going.
It's not just because we're stupid, we're insane.
We will use our own family to win the game. You will not beat us. I've said it like I'm not going to say what I've said because obviously it can't be said, but like we have obviously a group chat and I've said things to Dad where the oldest brother Christopher said, "Jamie, that's a bit too far." I'm sat in fucking stitches of laughter.
Yeah, but it's not. You see, it all depends on what context you put it in. If you know it's not, you know it's a joke. It's a joke. It's not to be meant. But it was like when my brother Stephen and us when he was watching us all together, he couldn't believe the way we were acting and talking to each other. He just, his mouth was wide open. He just couldn't believe it.
We weren't talking to each other.
Half the things we say to each other would get you glassed anyway.
Yeah. I was going to say we weren't talking to each other. We were ripping the piss out of each other.
Yeah,
which is it's a good thing. But like it's any, what's it?
Saying that right, I've got to give it to the Australians though, right? And I'm not going to say the word. But that C word, I love the way they use it because they use it in a term of good as well.
Yeah.
They use it for bad and good, and I think that is priceless. That they can say something nice using that word, and I'm like, that. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for using that like that. Because I think no one can say it better than them. It just comes out of their gob so well. I'm like, if we've given them anything, there's an Australian comedian, right, and he says it. And he goes, because obviously they're on about Britain. He goes, we're not the biggest fans because politics and all that. And he goes, but we have to give it to them. I love them for giving us the vocabulary that they did. Because when they used the C word, they love it. They took that word and ran with it. It's like giving a kid a toy at Christmas. They just loved it and they cherished it forever. And he was like, oh, give him it. Al Murray, if you ever want to know about British, watch Al Murray. He gives
but
you
the thing with Al Murray is when he said anyone from overseas and there was 2 Australians in there, he went, "Welcome back."
No, that was Jimmy Carr, wasn't it?
Sorry?
That was Jimmy Carr, wasn't it?
No, it was Al Murray. There's Australians in there, he went, "Welcome back."
Jimmy Carr said that as well.
Over. Oh, Jimmy Carr. I'm not talking on Jimmy Carr.
I showed Jilly a clip of Al Murray where he does this thing with the crowd. And he goes, anyone, and he challenged when anyone shout a country out, I bet we beat them.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
And people were shouting like countries I've never heard of, and somehow, in some way, makes a connection. And I'm like,
yeah, but the thing is, he's a historian. He's very historically minded.
Fucking brainy. And he said, someone shouted this country, and I'm like, that's not even a country. And then he went through another like 5 countries to link it with that one, and I was like, how the. Oh my god, we really were that bad. And then it started dawning on me, and I was like, oops.
Right,
are we going to have an intermission?
No, we're going to stop the episode now because we've been on for over an hour.
That doesn't feel like it. Are you going to edit the shit out of it anyway, though, aren't you?
No, not really.
I don't know. What does a Thursday fucking feel like?
It's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Oh, he's late. Right, then. Let's just wrap it up.
Right.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, thank you for sitting there where we chat shit about the British being
mentally disturbed.
Intelligent. That's how I can sum us up. We are intelligently stupid.
No, we're intelligent, but mentally disturbed with it.
No, but I think we think of stupid things and make it pull off like we meant it. I bet you half the things we pulled off, people go, that was amazing. Go, yeah, meant to do it. No, we didn't.
someone will say to a Brit scientist or someone Britain in general, nah, that'll never fucking work. And he'll go, I'll give it a go though. And he's fucking daft enough to do it.
Don't give a British person a pint and give him an idea because he's going to sit and think.
That's it, yeah.
What am I going to name the episode?
The Brits.
Because it was supposed to be about adverts.
Yeah, well,
just put on a mixed match.
But not fairness,
British
we did
shit.
do a lot of stupid things through a lot of history.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that we have like. Right, let's end the intro then.
Outro, Dad.
And the
Same thing.
No, it ain't.
Well, it's not an intro's at the beginning, outro's at the end.
Get on with it. Get on with it. Sorry. Holy Grail.
Anyway.
Are we going to do this again? Because I really, really need a piss.
We already got one.
Michael needs to go for a waz. Get on with it.
We're Knights of the Round Table.
I'm going to fucking hit him in a minute. No, let's not go there. It's a silly place. See, you've got me on it now.
Today, it's dribbling.
You should have your bag on.
Nah, don't need that anymore. I'm not as old as you.
Anyway, thank you for another Life of Raleigh episode. So for me, Jamie, him, Michael, and him, Dad, it's been much appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you enjoyed the stuff. Then leave a comment if you want us to talk about anything or you've got any general comments about it. So yeah, till the next one. See you all later. Bye bye. Remember, look both ways before you cross the road and don't talk to strangers, especially ones with a transit van. Bye.
Man the roads. Bye.
Bye.